You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
The won strengthened on the day the Kospi fell 4.58%. That combination almost never happens. Foreign investors dumped 3.33 trillion won of Korean stocks in a single session, about $2.3 billion. The won still pushed to 1,414.5 per dollar intraday, its strongest level in 10 months. And global buyout funds are sitting on 100 trillion won of Asia dry powder that Korea's new rules barely touch. It's Friday, August 7th. Here's why global investors are paying attention to Korea today. Exporter dollar selling and inflows tied to SK Hynix's ADR listing have pushed dollar supply above demand in Seoul. Easing Middle East tension has steadied oil, while a firmer yen has dragged the dollar lower across Asia. At the same time, the National Assembly has filed 11 capital markets bills aimed at domestic private equity since July 2025. Here's what the numbers show. The won closed at 1,423.8 per dollar, down 0.7 won after touching 1,414.5 intraday, the strongest level since October 2nd last year. Foreign investors sold a net 3.33 trillion won of Korean equities, roughly $2.3 billion. The Kospi fell 4.58% and triggered a sell-side sidecar during the session. The 7 largest global buyout managers active in Korea hold about 100 trillion won in their latest Asia funds, near $70 billion, and raise almost all of it offshore. Overseas capital took more than 70% of Korean M&A deals above 500 billion won last year, about $350 million and up. The pending bills cap private equity leverage near 200% and add pay disclosure and worker notification duties applied to domestically registered funds only. Washington's Section 301 overcapacity tariffs are expected this month, with Korea's combined rate targeted below 15%. So what does this mean for global investors weighing Korea exposure? Earlier, we said the won rose while foreigners sold. Here's what that actually means for you. Equity outflows are no longer feeding through into currency risk, which changes the hedging math on a Korea position, while the regulatory gap between onshore and offshore capital widens in favor of foreign managers. Watch the Section 301 tariff notice due before the end of August. Watch whether the Hormuz draft is signed and at what fee. Iran is seeking 5 to 7% of cargo value against Oman's 3%. Watch the National Assembly's handling of the private equity leverage cap this session. That's today's AI Prism, Global Investors. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a Won IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.